Okay, so good evening. It is day 109, I think. I'm recording this prior to going to a tennis match. I'm literally about to leave now. But yeah, it doesn't start until 7, so I've got to go all the way to Buckingham, which is an hour. But if you haven't been looking at the channel today, I did a 5-hour live stream of me literally sat here working. And by working, it was me sending voice notes, it was me sending whatever, and writing a document for VSL, writing 2 VSLs in fact. Just a load of random stuff. I mean, it doesn't really matter what I was doing, but that was what I was doing. But yeah, just live stream with Cafe Jazz in the background for like 5 hours or whatever. So people can come into my stream and just sit there and work with me. Or I just thought it was a good idea because I'm going to be doing it anyway. So I thought I may as well just do little live streams because I know they do pretty well on the platform. So yeah, I did that. Cool. So yeah, that's what I've been doing the last few hours. Well, 5 hours in fact. But yeah, I'm about to leave for a tennis game. But there was one thing I wanted to tell you today. And it is this. I mean, I always try and think of value that I can give you. And today, I think I've said this a few times, but I want to kind of rephrase it again and get it ingrained into your head. So, the thing is this, right? Anyone watching this video, just try and comprehend this little quote. When you're lacking motivation, remind yourself, discipline now, freedom later. The labor will pass and the rewards will last. So, that is from the good old Ryan Holiday. I'm sure a lot of you know who that is. A lot of you might not, but regardless, he's a very smart guy. He's very big on the stoicism stuff. And yeah, what I want to say is this. I think you find so many people who go to the gym like religiously, and they're not. I don't want to sound like a massive egotistical, like, oh, I'm the best person in the world. But I want to say that most people they go to the gym. A lot of the people that go to the gym, they're not exactly the smartest people in the world. I'm sure a lot of you can agree with me. I'm not saying everyone, but a lot of people that go to the gym aren't the smartest people in the world, and they want to go to the gym for whatever reason, and their main motivation is the fact that they want to look better for girls, or they just want to lose weight. I mean, it depends from person to person, right? But the reason people go to the gym so disciplined, like they won't do anything else with their life. They'll sit there and play games all day as soon as they get back from work, and they won't do like try and move their life forward. And I don't want to sound like a productivity guy who's like, do this. But personally, I wouldn't like it if I just got home and played games, then worked again the next day, and then worked again. Like, live my life every day the same, and don't actually try and do anything kind of value in my life. That's kind of how I want to live. And I know it sounds like, oh, I sound like the guy who owns the Bugatti. Yeah, I might do. But that's not what I'm trying to say. But a lot of these guys, they're not the smartest guys in the world, and they'll live like that, right? I don't know. Again, I sound like such an egotistical guy, but you'll see what I'm saying in a second. The reason they're so disciplined to go to the gym every day, right, is because there is a guaranteed outcome. They know that if they go to the gym for an extended period of time, for however long it may be, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, a year, they know they'll get results because it's proven. They will get results, 100%. If they go that much. Whereas with entrepreneurship, they don't know the results that they're going to get, and they don't know if they're guaranteed. Like, you can create your own luck with entrepreneurship and stuff. Of course, you can create your own luck. I mean, if you send 25,000 emails trying to sell a service, and all you want to do is get one client, of course that's going to work. That is going to work regardless. That will work. So you can create your own guarantees to an extent, but you've got to be willing to put in the inputs, which then correlate to the outputs coming back at you, right? So you've got to actually be willing to put in the hours to kind of like get the fruits of your labor back, right? But most people, they go into entrepreneurship and they'll send 20 DMs and they won't get a reply, and they'll be like, okay, this isn't working. Entrepreneurship's hard. I'm going to quit, right? Because there's no guaranteed outcome. There is if you create it, but in general, there's no guaranteed outcome. You don't know the outcome you're going to get, right? You could send, I don't know, obviously odds. You're playing a game of odds with entrepreneurship, whereas with the gym, it's literally, you go, you get results. You don't go, you don't get results. With entrepreneurship, you go and you do it. Yes, you could get results, but it's not guaranteed. It's completely different. So people will go to the gym religiously because they know the results are guaranteed. So no matter who you are, what your goals are, how you kind of like perceive the world, what you do with your time, like whatever, you know you're going to get results if you go to the gym. But people won't be bothered to go and do entrepreneurship because they don't see results straight away, and they don't know that results are guaranteed for them, to which they won't put in the hours to get to where they want to get to, right? I was thinking about this the other day. And it kind of, I don't think I actually mentioned it in the video, but yeah, there was another thing I was going to say. Can't remember what it was. It tied into the last thing I just said, but yeah, just understand that you can create your own luck if you're willing to put in the hard work to actually get it out. To which this quote is so good for that. I'll read it again. When you're lacking motivation, remind yourself this: discipline now, freedom later. The labor will pass and the rewards will last. So you're never going to get anywhere if you don't put, let me just shut this. You're never going to get anywhere if you don't actually put hours in anyway. Like, they're not just going to appear, right? So if you actually want to get results, you're going to have to put effort in. And yes, they might not be guaranteed, but they're going to be guaranteed enough that you're going to be able to stick with them. And the more time you put in, the more, like, the better your luck's going to be. Like, you create your own luck the more inputs you put in, right? So this is another thing I've learned, right? And I kind of realized this myself. I don't think anyone's ever told me this. And I know I'm not trying to sound like I'm a crazy guy, but I've kind of worked this out on my own kind of terms. But it's so easy for me to go to the gym now because I know the kind of goal that I'm trying to get, and it's to lose weight, basically. Lose weight, gain muscle. And I mean, get better at tennis, but that's not really one of my goals with the gym. But yeah, you go to the gym and I know that I'm going to get a result, to which I'll go to the gym regardless every day. Whereas it's much harder to show up and work on my work because there's no guaranteed outcome. Of course I do it. I mean, today I was sat at my desk for 6 hours writing fucking scripts, but there's so much less resistance around going to the gym as there is work. And I think a lot of it is due to that reason. And that reason being that gym has a guaranteed outcome, whereas work, I mean, it does if you put enough work in, but there's no guaranteed outcome, right? So that's the kind of thing I wanted to say there. I think you guys have just got to fucking put in the hours and they're going to come back at you. And if you don't put the hours in and you think, oh yeah, but this might not work. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work. Then you're never going to fucking get anything anyway because you didn't even try. So you've got to at least try. Otherwise you're going to sit on your deathbed at the age of 80 looking back in your life, as I say all the time, thinking to yourself, oh, I could have been so much more. Fuck, I wasted my life. And you're not going to get that. You're not going to get this moment back ever again. Right? So either do something now, or you can say, I'm going to do it down the line. Is it going to happen down the line? Probably not, because you probably say that to yourself all the time. You probably go like, nah, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. Then 3 years pass, then 5 years, then 10 years. Then you get to 80 years old, you look back in your life and go, fuck, I just wasted my life because I was too scared to take action. So fucking take action now. I'm recording this at a good time. It's 5:30. This is like a new record, I think. But yeah, that's the first thing. Second thing, it ties into this a bit, but it's Ryan Holiday's quote again. But it's, well, I don't know, it's his quote, but it's the name of his book, and it is called "The Obstacle Is the Way." Or the obstacle is the way. And I've said this in so many videos, but I mean, with me recording 109 videos or whatever it is now, of course I'm going to say the same shit more than once. But the obstacle is the way, and if you think about it, like think about the words, obstacle is the way. You think about the things that you want to do the least, those things are the way. The obstacles are the way. That thing that you've been putting off, that first YouTube video that you've been putting off doing, that bit of outreach that you've been putting off doing, that whatever it is, the obstacle, the thing that you keep procrastinating, the thing with the most resistance around it, that thing is the way. That is the thing that you need to do. So understand that, and I think your life is going to move forward significantly. So yeah, you know, I put this clip on the other day, but I know a lot of people won't have watched that video and they'll be watching this video, so I'm just going to put it on again. Such a, like, they articulate it so well, like so precisely to how I would exactly want to state it, that I want you to watch this again. I'm going to put the screen on here. I'm going to act like how professional I am. Look at me in the top right. Right, watch this clip. Hold on. It would help if it wasn't muted. Right, let me press play now.
You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard, and the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it. More for you.
I think a lot of entrepreneurship and even personal growth is training yourself on how you respond to hard. Because in the early days, hard was, ooh, stop. This isn't good. This is a warning sign. This is a red flag. I should slow down, or I should stop, I should pivot. But the more I think about it as a competitive landscape, as I'm clear on what this path is supposed to look like, and these rocks and these dragons are things that I'm going to have to slay along the way to get the princess or get the treasure, I get happier about the harder it is because I know that no one else will follow.
It's a selection effect.
And I think if you can shift from this is hard to no one else will be able to do this, then it flips from being this thing that you're like, oh, poor me, to, oh, poor everyone else who's going to have to fucking try. Yeah. And I think that is so much more motivating as a frame for the exact same circumstance.
Yeah.
So, take that as you will, but I think that kind of articulates my point perfectly. Like, the harder it is, the more important it is for you to do, right? So think about that next time you want to do something, and just understand that your competition will most likely stop at that point. And if you can do that, you're already ahead of most of them. I said this in a video. Oh, fuck. Let me just put this full screen. I said this in a video the other day, and it's so true. It was a podcast. It was a thing. It was a stat on podcasts, and 90%, only 10% of podcasts start, like people that start a podcast get to the 5th episode. Only 10%. To which, and then if you get to 20, right? You get to 20 podcasts, cool. If you get to the 21st podcast, you are in the top 1% of podcast hosts, like, in the world. Because no one else, only 1% of people who start a podcast get to their 21st episode. So by getting to that 21st episode, you were already at the top 1% of podcast hosts in the world. Do you know how mad that is? So look at it like that. It might be hard for you to record a podcast. You're like, is this worth it? Because everyone wants an instant outcome, right? Everyone wants an instant outcome. That's why people go on TikTok, because they get instant gratification from TikTok, and they go on whatever. Because everyone wants stuff instantly. They're not willing to put work with no results straight away. It needs to be instant. Everyone wants it to be instant. So if you can detach yourself from that and go about things with the intent of understanding that it doesn't come straight away, you're ahead of most people already. Just from that one thing. And you've just got to keep putting the work in, whether there are results or not. You've just got to be willing to tell yourself that it's going to work, that you're doing the right things, and also understand that maybe something that you're doing isn't working, and pivoting your strategy accordingly to that. But understanding that stuff doesn't come straight away. As much as you might be brainwashed with that from the internet, there's so many success stories of some of the biggest people in the world. They just tried for years and years and years on end, but they didn't get any results for years. And that's what creates a success story, and that's what makes you who you are, and that's what gives it value. I said this before, but if you win the lottery out of nowhere, most people just go broke because they haven't turned into the person that has that has amassed that amount of money, and then they just lose it all because they don't know how to handle that money, and then they just spend it like an idiot, and it's just gone because they haven't worked their way up the ladder to get to that point. So understand that the journey is part of the whole process, and I'm trying to enjoy it as much as I can now and do what I can with it, and be happy along the way. But just understand that, and understand that the obstacle is literally the way. Like, the thing that has got the most resistance around it, that you want to do the least, that is the thing that you need to be doing to get to where you want to get to. So understand that, and that's how you're going to get to where you want to get to. And understand that most of your competition will just quit at that point, and if you can do that, you're already ahead of most of them. Goes back to the podcast thing. Everything is just overlapping, right? But it makes sense. It's what you need to do. And so if you want to get to where you want to get to, yes, it's going to be tough, but the more tough it is, the less competition you have, and the more chance you have of being successful. So that's what I'll say. That's my video. 14 minutes 30 at 5:30 p.m. I have got to leave for a tennis match in 20 minutes. I literally haven't had a break since I got out of bed, really, apart from when I ate my lunch, which was 5 eggs and cottage cheese. So really balanced diet, but eggs are eggs. Can't complain. Most nutritious food on the planet, I think, with steak. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. I'm doing daily live streams of me just sat here with like chill beats in the background, so you can just sit there and watch me work. I'm not saying to sit there and watch me work, but I'm saying have the music on in the background, me working. You'd be like, okay, Ollie's working, let me work as well. You know, I just thought it'd be a nice thing to do because I may as well do it because I'm working anyway. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to do them, but I just do them live every day or whenever I decide to do them. Tomorrow I might not do it, I might do, we'll see, because I need to record a load of videos, like 3 VSLs, a YouTube video, like it's a lot of stuff, so I can't obviously stream and record at the same time. But yeah, if you want to subscribe to my weekly newsletter, I talk about topics that I've literally just talked about in this video. Every week on a Wednesday at 2 p.m. I release it, so 2 days from now I will be releasing my new newsletter, so you can go and check that out there. But with that said, top of the description, yeah. But with that said, thank you for watching the video, and I will be back tomorrow night for day 110, man. The days are going quick, man. Fucking get on it. All of you get on it, because this, honestly, this series has gone so quick, man. Life's going quick. You need to just fucking grab it by the horns. Nothing's gonna fucking change unless you fucking take action. You can't say, oh yeah, I've got loads of time, I can do it in like 3 years time. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be rich in 3 years. Because you've got so much time. But nothing's gonna fucking happen. You don't fucking put any work in. It doesn't just fucking appear on your doorstep like Santa, bro. Put the fucking work in, and when it's hard, that's when you need to go even harder, because that's the things that you need to do the most. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow night. Day 110. Thank you for day 109. Cheers, bye. Appreciate you.